So guys, today we're going to take you a bit into our nighttime routine. Excited, I'm going to cook today.
Yeah.
And it's something I've never cooked before. I'm making Jamaican style chop suey. And I was asking Don if he's nervous.
And I said, no, I'm not the one cooking.
But the thing is, you know what? Even though it's my first time, I'm the type of person I have to pray when it comes to everything. When I'm cooking most stuff. Because, you know, it's not that I can't cook.
Listen, I pray when I cook, so, and I know how to cook.
Yeah, it's good because who's the better chef? The Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So
He knows everything.
He does. So I'm depending on God to help me with this chop suey meal. You know, growing up, I've seen, you know, it cook. I think it was my sister. Yeah, it was when we were like probably 17.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she cooked it so good.
Yeah, I've heard. I never tasted it.
It's so good. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, but I don't know how to cook it. So I've decided, why not try and cook it? Why are you looking at it? It's good. It can't be that hard. It's just some veg. The only thing she reminded me is that you can't cook it for long because then it's soggy. You know, it's supposed to have a bit of crunchiness. I'm cutting up the string beans, onions, and I think that's it. And Don is cutting up the rest of veg. What we're putting in it is onion, string bean, sweet pepper. I have green and orange. I have some pop chow. And what's the correct name, Don?
Oh, bok choy.
But we call it pop chow in Jamaica. So pop chow, I have a ton of that. And I'm going to be using half a cabbage. Oh, and we have tons of garlic because garlic is a must for the flavor.
I'm chopping up the garlic.
You don't have to use that much if you don't like the taste of garlic, but you know, garlic brings out the flavor and everything.
It's also good for your heart.
Yeah, it's good for a lot of stuff. I'm going to also put ginger in it. Oh, and we have some carrots. For our nighttime routine is more laid back. There's not much. We just cook, eat, and we try to do movie night a lot. We've been doing, you know, we normally do movie night on the weekend, you know, for the whole weekend actually, starting Friday. But lately we've been doing it during the week as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so
The only problem with that is I've been staying up too late watching movies.
Yeah, but we try to get the children to bed a bit earlier because they have school.
Yeah.
And sometimes they go to bed a bit late. So we're kind of becoming this more laid back, you know, where we just allow them, but it's still, there's a structure. But before the children used to go to bed like, exactly like, it started up like 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went on to 8, then 8:30, and then for the teenagers like 9 o'clock, and then it turned into 10 o'clock for the teenagers. And now it's like they're staying up late. When we're in bed, they're actually awake. You notice that?
Yeah.
They can hardly get up for school because we realize they're up till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They're not going to bed. So we're thinking of a way of how we can deal with it.
You notice I don't talk while I'm cutting.
No, Don doesn't.
All right.
Life skills. You have to teach me how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut my fingers off. So.
Yeah, I remember what happened last time.
Yeah, it was horrible. is we can't spank them. It's not like he can't. But
That's not worth. What they're doing is not worth spanking.
No, it's not. I don't like. For me, I actually don't like spanking my children. I don't.
And I grew up with spanking, so.
I grew up with spanking as well, but I don't like it. I don't. I think there are other different, methods of punishing them.
Take their phone away from them.
They love their phone. So, which they shouldn't love their phone. We're trying to teach them not to, whatever take up your time that can become an idol to you, your God.
The principle of not getting in trouble.
Yeah, our 9-year-old, so he doesn't get like spanking that much because we don't like to. And I kind of feel sorry for them. I do feel sorry for them.
Who?
If you spank them.
Oh, but nobody got any spanking.
I used to spank them, and I don't like it because I hate to see them cry like that when you're spanking them. But that was when they were probably like, 10, 11.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're a teenager. Who's going to spank a 16-year-old? It just seemed weird to spank teenagers. It just seemed weird. I don't know. Does it feel that way to you?
No comment, please.
Yeah, no, come on, Dad. Do you feel
If
like...
I had to spank them, it wouldn't bother me at all. But like I said, I'm old school. I don't have any problems with spanking boys. That cushion on the back of, on their back is... That cushion which they sit on is enough to tolerate or handle a spanking. With girls, though, I'm a little bit different because I don't want them to grow up thinking that a man could beat them. I don't want to get that image in their head. Any kind of corporal punishment, I guess that's what you would call that.
With girls.
With girls.
So you just feel if a man shouldn't spank their daughter?
Well, at a certain age, no.
Probably when they're up until what? Like probably 11, 10?
No, up until they're about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You want
They
the
shouldn't
bigger
even be getting spanking younger.
No, they
than
should know by them. I'm just saying, it's about wailing on nobody. Like bam, 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 bam. No, I'm just talking about using it as a deterrent in a way that, you just attack. They're not supposed to beat nobody. At a certain age, I just don't believe that they should be getting spanked. Girls, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Boys, it's better you spank them now than have to punch them later.
But punching, that seems even so violent.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm just saying. I don't really mean punching, but boys can. They'll try you. They get their little hormones going, and they might try some stuff. So you don't want them to do that because you don't want to be fighting your son.
No, that seems so horrible.
Yeah, with my dad, I remember when I was growing up, I was in. That's when I was first learning martial arts, and him and I had a disagreement, and he said, "Well, you want to fight about it?" I went, "Yeah, come on, yeah, I'll fight you," And so I'm out there with like 5 of his brothers and stuff. I went on and put on my karate suit and everything,
To fight your dad?
Well, we was just gonna do some sparring. So I remember, my dad was 6'4", okay, I'm only 6 feet, so he had 4 inches over me, and I just got rude with him, and I think I got away with 1 kick to the stomach.
What?
Really fast, really fast. And then as I kicked him, he grabbed me just as fast and said, "You see this? This is an African soup bone. I can knock you out." And I looked at him and I looked at his brother. I said, "Okay, you win." I'd never challenged my dad after that. Then by that time I had matured. And, my dad and I, we became friends and stuff for because I didn't know he was going to die 5 years later. But we became friends after that day, because they sat down, they laughed and talked about it. Made fun of me and stuff, So we were cool. I'm glad that my dad and I had an honest relationship before he passed. Girls, I don't like the idea of spanking girls. It just seems wrong for some reason. You know, it just it doesn't sit right with me. You know, I just don't want them to get that image in their head that a man can put their hands on them. Because if any man put their hand on my daughter, God save them.
See, I have to go to rude boy style.
Yeah, man. I'll repent later. Later. You know, but I do know how to use these chef knives, and I do know how to do some other stuff. So.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that, but
Yeah, it's true.
You lay hand on my girl, you'll know that he lost his mind. He done went crazy.
They're done. You don't stick to it.
What you mean I don't
You
stick?
keep saying you're taking away their phone. You haven't.
Man, I'm busy.
You're busy.
I take away their phone, you know, and I gotta do work or do something, you know, so you got time to be monitored after no grown child.
So actually, there's no punishment at all.
There's punishment.
No.
You know, you supposed to like say, hey, if you pick up that phone, I'm gonna tell your dad. That should be it.
Me?
Yes, you got a rat on them. You ain't ratting on them. You just come complaining. Listen, if my kids are watching this, understand that I'm the one that come up with the rules and the punishment.
And they see, they think
And you
that
think it's her.
me.
It's actually me.
They really think it's me. So I'm going to start off with the garlic. It's not frying. I'm going to saute my garlic a bit.
Some cookies.
You're going to make
Yeah,
some
since you're
biscuit?
doing the cookie thing, or biscuits, if you will, what I'll call them cookies.
Chocolate biscuit?
Yeah.
What? I start burning the garlic already. You struck me a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you did.
I don't want to say how everything's my fault.
Okay, so
That's how we prepare salads at somebody's table.
okay guys, so this is the food. It's looking so good. All my veg. So I wanted it to be a bit harder, a bit more crunchier, but it's a bit soft. Not too soft, but it's okay. Rice over here that I just steamed, and that's what I'm serving with it. I made the kids some chocolate cookies.
Yeah.
These are looking good. So we're going to serve it to them with milk. Do you want some plate for them?
Yeah, we could. Then I'm gonna put them in this thing here.
Meal? That's enough?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to eat for supper? We're doing cookies.
Milk and cheese. That's a word.
No, you have to eat. Do you want some milk down?
Yes, I would like some milk. I don't.
Hi. Do you want cookies? Do you want cookies? Do you want cookies? She wants cookies.
This is a cookie. Crazy, yummy.
She wants literature. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Chico,
I don't know if she should eat that. Drop it.
She's gonna die.
No.
I don't want it to choke.